today I did an eye makeup look using the Morphe brushes eye brush set. I think it was the Eyeshadow 12-piece set, and yeah. So if you want to see how those brushes performed and if I like them or not, then you can keep watching. And I also use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist as well at the end. And yeah, by the way, I really like this one. Spoiler. So yeah, if you want to see this eye look, then also just keep watching. So it's going to be my first time using Morphe brushes. This is the box that it came in. Other side has my address on it, but just a plain box. It has my address on it, that's why I didn't want to show it. And then this is the brush set that I got. That's this one here. I have opened this package before. So this is the eye brush set that I purchased, and this is what I'm going to be using today. I think it was like the 12-piece Eyeshadow set. And I've also purchased this Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, as well as this other brush as well. This is the Morphe M506. I'm not going to be using this today. I might use this after I finish my makeup, but yeah, I'll tell you my overall opinions at the end after all this makeup is done. So yeah, let's get started onto the eye makeup. So today I'm going to be using this Morphe Eyeshadow set. This is a 12-piece set that they have. I think it was 36 or 38 Australian dollars, which is quite affordable for 12 brushes. The only downside is I've looked at the brushes and I don't know if they've got numbers on them. It's going to be annoying, but yeah, these are the brushes that came in this set. So first of all, I'll start off with my brows, and I'm going to be using this brush here. I'm going to try to use as many brushes as I can today. I'm using this Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Brow Mousse in Rich Brown. I haven't used this brow mousse in a while, so hopefully it's not dried out. And this brush is bigger than what I expected for a brow brush. Like, I don't know how you can tell, like, in comparison to my eye. Normally I do like brushes that are smaller than this for brows, but I haven't really tried a big brush like this before, so let's just try it. Okay, first of all I'm going to use the spoolie side just to comb through my eyebrow. I'm lightly going over my brows because I don't know how much I picked up. Any meowing noises, that's because of my kitten. I don't know if I'm blocking. So overall, I think it's a nice brush. I do have thicker eyebrows, so this just probably makes it easier to fill them in. And I did lightly go over it so it doesn't look like harsh lines or anything. Oh, look who's behind me. Okay. Now my camera's not going to know if it's going to focus on me or her. Anyway, I want to brush through my eyebrows again. Overall, I don't mind the way my brows look. They're quite good actually. Look at her. Look at this. You want to be in the video too, don't you? I'm not looking up like what they're actually for, and they don't really have numbers on them either, so I don't know what these brushes are numbered as. I might just have to put them down below in the description box so you guys can go have a look and see like what the names are, but then you don't know what brush. I'll probably put it in order, like the way, like which brush I use first and stuff. Okay, so the brush that I'm going to be using is, I'm thinking I don't know, like any other brush I think I want to use for my actual eye makeup. So yeah, I'm going to go with this brush over here. Just says Morphe on it. That's what it looks like. And today I'm going to be using this Born This Way concealer by Too Faced. This is in the shade Snow. So I'm just going to pick it up with this brush. This is probably too big to carve my eyebrows as well. But... So now I'm going to be carving my eyebrows, like underneath it. And by the way, I did purchase these Morphe products on my own that I showed you guys, because I know a lot of people get Morphe sent to them, which is I think great to get, you know, products sent to them. But let's see if the hype is real on these brushes, and they're quite affordable as well, so if they work well, I guess they're good brushes. I guess I didn't do a bad job. It actually looks decent. So this brush was nice as well. I'm going to be priming my eyelids with the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. So I'm going to be using this. By the way, I've used quite a lot of this. This is my favorite eye primer. I'm sorry, I'm using my middle finger. And usually I do apply this with my finger, that's why I just use my finger. And then we'll get on to the eye look. Now, to set my eyelids, I'm probably going to be using this big brush over here. So to set my eyelids, this is the brush that I'm going to be using, and that's what it looks like. It's just like a flat brush with these white hairs on them. I don't know if they were like synthetic, natural, whatever. I'll list it down below. So usually I use translucent powder to set my eyelids, so that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm using this Hourglass Veil powder. And what I might do is as well, I might use this brush for highlighter too. Cleaning these brushes are going to be a pain. For the eye look today, I am going to be using this Urban Decay Born to Run eyeshadow palette. It is one of my favorite palettes, so I'm just first going to be quickly tight lining. So the first brush I'm going to be using would have to be this brush over here. It's this brush over here. It looks a bit like the MAC 217, but it's more like pushed in, like pinched in together. I don't even know if you can use this with a crease. Actually, I'm going to be using this. This looks more like the MAC 217. So I'm going to be using this. This actually looks more like the 217 by MAC. It's just a little bit longer and I think a bit more flared out as well. So let's just use this. I'm going to be picking up the shade Weekender first, and it is this shade over here. I'm just tapping off my brush. You can see the powder. And just applying that to my crease. It's not really going to give a lot of colour because this shade is usually like that. But I like using it just so it can give my eye look a bit more of like the depth. Then I'm going to be going in with the shade Riff. It's this shade over here. And I'm going to be applying that to the same area that I applied Weekender, which was my crease. It's not poking my eye, which is good. And it actually blends my eye shadow really well. actually really liking these brushes. I know a lot of people don't like Morphe, but like right now I'm using it and I actually really like it. I'll also have to see like after I wash them how they end up too, and I'll write down like in the description box after I wash them if any of them like shed a lot, or if they became, you know how when they become like frilly, like they become weird looking? I don't know if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'll have to let you know about that. Then the next shade that I'm going to be using is, I want to go in with maybe Punk. Punk is this shade over here, and like just the tiniest bit onto the brush. And just pack it on here. I'm usually used to using one brush. I have to use another brush, but I'm going to focus the Punk shade more into my outer half of my eye. I'm going to be using this brush over here, tapered brush, and like brushes like these are good for packing because they're very tight. So I'm just picking up the shade Punk again, which is this shade here, and just building out like on the outer half. Slowly, like I'm not picking up a lot of colour. I also ordered the Jaclyn Hill palette as well. That was after I purchased this. And like Morphe, I didn't know like had an Australian site. So they've got an Australian site, and if you purchase, I think above $60 it was. I'm just going to be blending this out with the same brush that I used for my crease, which was this one. So if you spend $60 and over on Morphe, you get free shipping, which is really good. So that's what it looks like so far. I'm also going to be using the same brush and using the shade Good As Gone. So Good As Gone is this brown shade over here. I'm going to apply that like where the other eyeshadow was, but just here. I don't know where this is, like in the middle of my eye kind of, but not really. Just slowly building up the colour. And then we'll blend it out as well again. So I'm going to be using the other brush again that I used for my crease, and I'm just going to be using the shade Riff again, which was the one that I used for my crease. And just applying that to my crease again. Now I'm going to be using this brush over here. It's like this tiny brush. I think that can also be used for the lower lash line as well. So I'm going to be carving out my eyelids with this brush over here. It looks like the other packing brush that I used just before. I'm just going to be using the same concealer. Carving out like half of my eyelid. I'm still not like really good at carving my eyelid, so don't mind that. And I'm just going to be blending it out with my finger. I'm going to be using the shade Good As Gone. And this is also going to create like a crease line, if that makes any sense. So now I'm going to be using the shade Ignite, which is, I'll show you this shade over here. I'm going to be using that without wetting it. Where I carved my crease. The brush that I'm using is, I don't know if I showed you, this one over here. It's like a flat brush. And I'm also going to be applying that where the darker shade is as well, but not like right up till there. But because we didn't set the base as well, it like creates the shade, like it makes the shade pop out more. Then with the same brush, I'm just going to flip it over and use the shade Smog, which is right next to that one. Just where the darker shade is, just to create kind of like a gradient effect. Okay. Then I'm going to be using this brush, which is the one that I was saying at the start, that looks like the 217, but like more cinched in as well, like it's more like flat like this. And I'm going to be applying the shade Baja into my crease. Baja is that orange over there. Just into my crease. Okay, I think I like the way this orangey eye look is looking. That's how my eye looks so far. I'm actually really liking these brushes, they're actually really nice. Using that big brush, I'm going to be using Breakaway. Just tipping up the brush and just... So I'm just trying to make sure that the shades that are applied onto my eyelid and my crease are not going up to my brow. And just so like the areas a bit more highlighted too. Same brush, I'm going to be using the shade Weekender, which was the first shade that I applied. And where the orange and where I applied Breakaway, I'm just going to be blending those in together so it doesn't look like orange and then white. Kind of lean. Get a bit closer. What it looks like. I'm quite happy with the eye look, so that's what it ended up like. Now I'm just going to be doing my foundation, concealer, powder and everything off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've done my foundation, powder, my bronzer and my blush, and I'm back. I just also applied a bit of a lip liner too. So now I want to do actually a winged eyeliner. I always do a winged eyeliner. I love doing it, so I want to do it today too. So yeah, I love my wings, so I'm just going to be using this Morphe brush over here and this Laura Mercier gel eyeliner, which I haven't used in ages, but let's hope this ends up right because I've never used this brush before, and this eyeliner I haven't used in a while too. Get up now. So yeah, how have you all been? I hope you've all been well. I actually really missed doing YouTube. And for those who are wondering, I don't earn anything off YouTube because there was a new change. Well, it's not really new anymore, but yeah, the change is you have to have, I think it was 4,000 minutes of views, and you need to have 1,000 subscribers. I don't have 1,000 subscribers, and I don't have that many view time. And like usually I I prefer just those liquid hot ones because I just feel like they're easier. Like you just dip them in and that's it. Like this one you have to dip in, and then if there's excess you have to put it onto the lid. Doesn't look bad. Kind of fix underneath this eyeliner. Usually my left one is my easier one, but I just feel like the eyeshadow here comes like lower and this one's more like on top, so that's why it doesn't look as even. So I'm just going to be fixing that up using the brush that I used to carve my eyebrows, which is probably not ideal because it's really big. So I'm just going to be fixing that up. My sponge, I'm just going to be blending it in a little bit. Look where she is. Evie! I had 2 more brushes to use, so these 2 are the ones that I have left, this one here and this bigger one over here. So we'll use the big one first, just to apply like maybe Raphael, the orange shade, just like that. I'm going to be using Baja, which is over here, and just applying that to my lower lash line. Then what I want to do is, using this small brush over here, I'm going to be using my highlighter. This is the GRWM highlighter in Citrine. The package of this gets really dirty, so I didn't want to show you guys, but that's what it looks like. It has, I still keep the paper inside of it, but that's the GRWM highlighter in Citrine, and I'm just going to be using that in the inner corner of my eye, so just over here, and I'm also going to be using that as a brow bone highlight too. I thought I might apply it like in the middle as well, but I think I'm not. I'm just going to be So this is what my eye makeup ended up like using the Morphe brushes. I'm also going to be using the same highlighter, and I'm going to be applying that to my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, and just highlight the rest of my face too. That was the brush over here. What do you all think about the eye makeup? And how do you think the eyeshadows performed using these? Because I think I really like the way it ended up. I'm also going to be using this Too Faced Melted Matte liquid lipstick in Hot Buttered Rum on my lips today. This was from like a limited edition set, but I really wanted to use it today. I use like an orange, a nude, and I'm just going to be now doing my eyelashes because I have no mascara, no nothing on. Firstly, I'm just going to be applying a quick coat of this CoverGirl Total Tease mascara. I'm just going to be applying these lashes on. I'm using this Duo 2-in-1 brush strip eyelash clip. So before I forget, I want to use this Morphe setting mist. Oh my god, it smells really nice. It says hold the bottle 10 8 to 10 inches away from face, close eyes and apply the mist all over your face. Let's see how it looks. Oh my god. I just made everything sink in. So that's what my eye makeup looks like. My eyelashes are still drying, so. For the video, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Overall, I give the brushes like that I've used today a 9 out of 10. I really liked it. The only one that I didn't really like and I didn't want to give it a 10 was because some of the brushes were a bit too like big for my liking, like the one that I used to cover up my eyebrows and also used for my brows as well. But it still ended up looking nice, so I guess that's a plus. And yeah, I really like how the other brush I used for highlight was good for highlight too, even though it said like it was like an eye brush set. So that was the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Like, comment and subscribe to me if you want more videos from me, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.